On my channel, I like to review real estate investing platforms. That's one of the things I like about my channel is I provide these reviews for you of these platforms. These are fractionalized real estate investments that you can invest in. Anyone can invest in these, and they're usually for small dollar amounts. Now, Lofty is one of my favorite ones where you can invest in, a portion of a piece of real estate and you receive both the equity gains over time and you receive, your portion of the rental income. Also, Lofty has a marketplace that when you buy tokens, you can also resell them as opposed to some of the other platforms I talk about. You can't resell your tokens over, when you want. You have to wait until the platform itself decides to liquidate the property for you to be able to get out of your investment, but not with Lofty. Lofty, like I said, has this marketplace for your tokens, so you can get in and out a lot quicker. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to endorse, day trading of real estate tokens. I wouldn't do that at all. If you're going to invest in a property or any of these properties I'm about to talk about, you really want to have a long-term view of this. I'd be looking out at least 5 years, if not 7 or more. But the nice thing about the marketplace is if you have something in your life that goes wrong and you want to get your money back for another reason, you do have an avenue to get, your money back as opposed to just waiting till the liquidation of the property, which could be up to someone else, the property manager or the team that's managing it. Like, for example, on Arrived Homes, it's out of your hands when they decide to do that. Not that that's a bad investment over there either, but I just wanted to provide that for you guys so that you know that Lofty has this marketplace, and I'll kind of show you a little bit of that coming up right here. Now, Lofty has 5 properties that I wanted to show you guys that I think these are really, really interesting investments. I think you should take a look at this if you're looking at investing in real estate in, smaller dollar amounts. These tokens you can buy in at all under $100, but there's not really a max, but there's sort of a max that you can invest according to, 10% of your net worth maximum investment. That's sort of, if you look at the frequently asked questions, there's some stuff about that. But let's say you're a small dollar investor and you can't afford to put money necessarily into buying your own rental real estate, which can cost, many tens or $50,000 to start out to get invested. Maybe you have $5,000 you want to start with, or even if you want to just start dabbling in real estate and get your savings account moved over into real estate and you have a few $100s to invest, I still would recommend looking at this. I think these are really good ideas. And it's a great place to start earning some good returns on your money and in real estate. You want to be diversified. So don't just be investing in real estate. You want to be looking at other things. Now, who I am, my name is Brian Johnson. I'm a real estate broker. I've been a real estate broker for about 30 years. I also have a big role in property management. So I'm on both sides of it. I see and understand the real estate sales side. And I also, like I said, my job is also in property management. We're the largest property management company in my town. So I see both sides of it. Though I personally, I'll say this right now, a couple of these properties are short-term rentals on Airbnb. I don't manage anything like that, but I do know a lot of people that do, and it can be very, very profitable when it's done correctly. And that's something I'm going to point out here about a couple of these guys that are doing Airbnbs, and they are doing it the way that you want to do it. So let's take a look at these 5 properties on Lofty, and you can, see what I'm looking at, and you'll decide on your own if you think these are good investments for yourself. And I'll go over some of it. I'm not going to go super deep in the financials. If you want to click through, the link will be in the description below. I recommend clicking on that link, going to Lofty, and looking at these yourself. You can pull up appraisals, inspections, financial reports on each property. So Lofty is very transparent on the documents that they provide when you're going to invest. I love that about Lofty. I'm not going to go too detailed into those documents here, because then that would just make this a 2-hour long video. But do your due diligence and look them up yourself. Now, this first one here is going to be in Joshua Tree, California. The address you can see right there is on Raposo Street. This is a short-term rental. It's the co-owner is going to stay the owner. He's also the manager, and he has 322 Airbnb reviews with a 4.75 rating. The property brought in just under $7,000 in gross income in October. So we just finished that. And you can see that in the year-to-date profit and loss if you want to click through to that down below. So let's just take a quick look right here at some of the pictures so you can see what we're looking at. This is a nice. So let me point out what I like about this. If you just buy a short-term rental that you want to turn into, let's say in my city, just in any generic neighborhood, it doesn't necessarily work. You're going to have limits on what you can charge for rent. You really want it to be a destination, and you really want it to be designed for an Airbnb. So as you can see here, they have a lot of great outdoor spaces. The lights, you can see there's a nice fire pit over here. This looks like it's a screen for an outdoor TV if the weather's nice, but not necessarily in this picture. But you can see how they have this set up here. This is what people are looking for when they rent an Airbnb if they're going to be spending a lot of money. So these outdoor spaces like this are great because a lot of these people that are spending a lot of money, they're going to be showing up with quite a few people. So I think that I like the way this design. It's got this soaking tub. I don't know if that's necessarily a hot tub. Fire pit. This is nice. Inside, you can see this property has been redone. I like those plank floors. Kitchen looks good. The design looks fine. They've got some bunk beds. They've got multiple beds in each room. So this is what people are looking for. So you can sleep a lot of people. I do like this as a short-term rental. You can see I'm clicking through kind of quick, but I just don't want to take all day. So outdoor seating, these coverings. So the barbecue, again, this is really nice. We don't need to go too deep into more of the pictures. Right now, you can buy this right here. So this is the marketplace I was talking about where you can buy and sell your tokens. And the starting price right now is $50 right now. So you can invest into this property right now, $50 of tokens. Now let's talk a little bit about the owner. He's transferring the property's deed to a new LLC. He's selling a portion of the LLC to us on the Lofty Marketplace. It's the only asset owned by the LLC. The tokens that you buy represent direct ownership in the LLC that owns the property. And Alan, the owner, is going to maintain at least 10% ownership in the LLC indefinitely. So he's part owner with us as he's managing this short-term rental. That is absolutely fantastic. I do really like that. You can look at his transfer of ownership documents here and the LLC documents here if you want to see that. Like I said, he has a great rating. It says beautifully remodeled home near Joshua Tree National Park. I guess that's a cowboy pool. I'm not in cowboy area, so I don't know exactly what a cowboy pool is. Nice outdoor areas, hammock, propane grill, cornhole game setup, 6-person outdoor dining table, fully stocked kitchen, espresso machine, board games, Zoom-ready Wi-Fi. You can look at the financials if you want to look at that here. We're not going to go into the financials. Here it says Airbnb listing. So if you want to go into that and look at them up on Airbnb, that's really nice. There's a little bit about him as the owner on Airbnb. The property has leverage of $372,000. That's the loan balance. And the owner is paying that out of his proceeds, the loan balance. His equity percentage of the property will increase, and the levered yield to the investors will decrease over time as he pays down that mortgage. And the investors, us, we have the ability to change this structure with a governance vote. That's one of the things about Lofty. It does operate on the blockchain, and us as investors, we own part of this property. We can have a vote on the governance structure, and we want to change it. Now, of course, this owner is also an owner in it with us, and he would have a vote also, and we would collectively vote to make decisions on that. Again, short-term rental on Airbnb. So that's a little bit about this one. Now let's click over to the next one, and this one is in Austin, Texas. Austin's a great market. Says it's a family-friendly neighborhood within the Lake Travis School District with a close proximity to HEB, whatever that is, Galleria, Baylor Scott and White Hospital. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home built in 2017. The owner, again, now all of these are in this structure. The owner, he's transferred his property's deed to a new LLC, just like the other one. These are all this way. The property is the only asset. The tokens represent ownership in the LLC, and this owner maintains at least 10% ownership. Now, it also says that the owner will buy back all of his equity in 6 years for a 12% appreciation on the equity. Now, we also make our money on the rental tokens. The owner has the option to buy back the equity at any time before the 6-year period is up, but it must be at the set price of $56 a token, which is that 12% appreciation. You can view those terms here. So I said it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. What else do we have going on here? Let's look at some pictures just to give you guys an idea. Sorry about that. I missed that at the beginning. So this is like a lot of houses in Texas. These are brick houses, nicely updated. I like those dark cabinets. I like the dark and the white combinations. That's a nice living room. You kind of get an idea quickly of what we're talking about here. Nice bath. Can't say master bath, but we can say primary bath. I'm not going to really ask what that little swing is there in the middle. Hopefully it's for a kid. Ceiling fans. Okay, this is nice. You get an idea of what we're talking about here. So this property has a loan of $515,000. The owner will be making 100% of those loan payments. And again, that same governance structure, we can change that over time. Currently has a 1-year lease at $3,850 a month. It also is set for automatic rent increases of $100 a year. So I like this as a property manager. And there's a $4,000 security deposit. I like that. And the same tenant was previously on a 6-month lease renewed in the summer. And looks like they were smart. If you have a rental and you're vacant in the winter or in December, you want a 6-month lease so that you have your renewal period in the summer, and then you renew with a 12-month so that your renewal period ends in the summer, because if it goes vacant that way, you can re-rent it at the busy time of the year. So that's what these guys are doing. That was smart. So the tenant is now on a 1-year lease. I like that. You can view the lease agreement and the lease extension down here. And that location is an A+ rating on zip code. You can check that out if you want to. I like that. Now let's look at this next one here. This one's in Ogden, Utah. Now this one, let's just click through the pictures really quickly. This is brand new. This owner built this specifically for Airbnb. I'll get to that in a minute. Again, look at this. I like the outdoor hot tub. That's beautiful. I like this bar. This is kind of an outdoor kitchen that looks like that might be a barbecue in that corner there. The kitchen, I'm sorry, like that farmhouse type table. This is nice. Open kitchen space to a living space. This is cute. This is a great Airbnb type property like this. Let's look at the bedrooms. So individual beds so far in the bedrooms, so you're not looking at bunk beds. I kind of like the bunk bed idea. You can put more people in there. I like that closet, nice laundry room, big garage, nice backyard. Just look at some more information on this property. Again, this is like all the other ones. The property is transferred to its own deed. The owner is maintaining a portion of his ownership, 10% ownership by the owner, and he manages it. That's great. The properties, it says it's a guest favorite with a 4.92 rating on Airbnb with 160 reviews. You can view the profit and loss. He's a super host on Airbnb. I like that. Single family home built in 2018, designed specifically for Airbnb. That's what I like about this. It was designed specifically. Guests receive a free ski pass to Snow Basin Ski Resort. That's with no blackout dates. That's great. So this is designed, they're going to be advertising this to skiers that want to ski, obviously, that they get ski passes, high-speed Wi-Fi, 75-inch smart TV with, premium channels, full kitchen, washer, dryer, covered 2-car garage. It's located close to Pineview, Snow Basin, and Powder Mountain. So the closing costs include an additional $11,000 for the furniture. Standard, I've seen that many times. You can view that right there. Ogden, it says, has a unique supply situation. It's one of Utah's oldest cities. So that's interesting. The property burned down in 2017, creating a new lot that was already properly zoned. That's really nice. They built 2 new ski homes on it. That's what we're looking at here. They obviously meet all the building codes. They did design them specifically for short-term rentals. That's exceptional. You can view the balance sheet there. And you can look it up on Airbnb if you want to, check that out and see how it's going. Maybe even try and book it to see their pricing. Let's take a look at the Airbnb listing right now. So let's book this here or at least look at the pricing on Airbnb if we booked it in January coming up. So if we booked it, they'd be $366 a night. For 3 nights would be $1,099. Cleaning fee of $171, Airbnb service fee of $179. So this would cost for these 3 days $1,449. You can see the information here. 6 years hosting by Jordan. This is great. So he has experience. So, you're looking at, maybe this isn't the prime rental week I picked. So $415 was original, and I'm getting it for $366 a night. Now let's look at this next one here. This is a 10-unit apartment building. I've seen this one on Lofty before. Let's take a look at some pictures right here. These are all Section 8 housing, so it's all subsidized housing, which means the income's guaranteed to come in. We have some of our own Section 8 housing that is not, it's not bad. It's guaranteed income, and if you select your tenants very well, you can do very well with this because they tend to stay long-term, and, you have guaranteed income, so that's fantastic. Anyway, clicking through, you can see they did a nice remodel on these units right here. I bet you that's a dishwasher that goes in here, and the fridge is going to go in over here. That's why those are empty. Yep. See, there you go. With the appliances in there. I like this. I like the way they did this. These LED lights, those are nice. These LED lights kind of last forever, or at least a very long time. You don't have to worry so much about light bulbs. I'm not sure if these are the same LEDs in these bedrooms. Anyway, you can see right there what we're looking at. Let's go back down here and look at some of these numbers. Again, this is similar to the other one. The owner is going to remain in a 10% owner with us. Yep, this owner will maintain at least 10% ownership as I think it's a woman. That's great. Manages the property. You can look at the pre-renovation photos. If you look at the individual tenants right here, $1,220 a month, and then plus garage and water. Another one here is at $1,200 a month. This one here is the tenant is it moved in at $1,240. One is vacant, but they have application on it. $1,125. So I like this. These rents are coming in. There's one vacant. at $1,250 with water included, $1,175. Basically, I ran this $1,100 a month, 10 units. You're looking at $132,000 in gross revenue in a year. So that's not a bad number at all. What do we got here? The neighborhood rating is just sort of okay. B rating on zip code, but a 2.5 on roof stock. Well, it's a Section 8 house, right? That's not going to be in your most beautiful neighborhood necessarily. It does have a loan of $875,000. And then the owner, the seller, who's also an owner with us in the LLC, is paying down 100% of the loan payments, and then her equity increases, obviously, as those loan payments go down, and we can change the structure on the governance vote like on all the others. You can see the token price up here is $53 per token if you want to go ahead and jump into that. Projecting an annual rate of return of 16.69%. That's a rental yield. This is some solid numbers on this property. You guys, I like this. I like this because it's basically, these properties are cash registers. People don't move that often. Nicely remodeled, guaranteed rent from Section 8. So this is something I would absolutely consider. Now, let's take a look at this last one. This is now a vacation rental by Joshua Tree National Park, 29 Palms, California. $50 a token. Annual rate of return is projected around 16% with rental yield of 15%. So really it's the rental yield income, not the growth in equity. So really it's the rental yield income and not necessarily the growth in equity. Like I said, $50 a token. Same thing on the structure. We don't need to go over that. It's a short-term rental. He's a super host on Airbnb with 650 reviews. He renovated the property over 4 months in 2022, invested $82,000. That's a nice big investment. Stylish desert retreat in 29 Palms, sleep 6 people in 3 bedrooms, open concept living. Let's take a look at those pictures real quick. Okay, so wow, that's a cool projector on that wall there. I like that. That's kind of fun. Big open space. So obviously it's furnished. They've done a lot of lighting things here. You can expect people to be having some parties in here. That's kind of what I think what they're aiming for. So they're going to be able to ask for a lot of money. And I like that cool, stylish furniture. Sorry to go through this really quick, you guys, but I think you kind of get the idea. You can get the idea. That's great. Now, what else do we have going on here? Hot tub, fire pit, hammocks, games like horseshoe. So again, these are nice things that you're going to want to have on an Airbnb. So Cole, the owner, is the founder of Host AI, a Y Combinator-backed vacation rental software company managing a lot of rentals. So I think I like this one. Again, Cole seems to know what he's doing. He's a like I said, a super host. Here's his profile on Airbnb. He's paying 100% of the loan payments. It has a balance of $292,000. Like I said, $50 a token. Here's all the due diligence documents. I didn't say this on each property, but you can check these out. You can look at title report, appraisal, inspection, rental, operating agreement. You can view all those documents. Let's look at his Airbnb listing real quick. So I picked January 17th of 25 to January 20th at $271 a night, 3 nights. So you can see what the charge would be here. So it's super legit. That's what he's going for. I like this. I like these short-term rentals, you guys. I like it when the short-term rental is done right, when it's specifically designed as a short-term rental. They can be, again, like that apartment building I was saying, they can be like cash registers, just bringing in great money. So if you're interested, click on the link below. Go to these properties. If you want to invest, it's not that hard. You can click there, you create an account, but you can get in for under $100 a token. If you want to buy 1 token and just test it out, you can and see how it feels to be invested like this. You get a lot of updates. You might get governance structure votes. You might be helping to approve tenants. You might be helping to approve renovations if something goes right or wrong with the property. You're sort of involved in it, and that's really kind of nice. You get a vote. You get to make decisions on the property. Check it out. And if you like it, I would consider investing.